Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the open Great Lake and let's see what team we're going to be trying out. We're going to be using the Gastrodon here with the Shadow Drapion and the Mandibuzz in the back. We get switched out into the Dugong. We're going to stay in for now because we can tank a move. They go for the Icy Wind, so we're just going to switch out and reset the debuff and go into our Drapion. We are able to get to this Crunch before they get to the next move. Crunch goes through, gets it into the low red, and we're gonna have to tank another Icy Wind. That's fine because we're gonna be able to outpace them to the next move. This Aqua Tail here will get the KO or get the shield. They decide to let it go, and now we see the Charger Bug come back in. We're gonna fire off this Crunch. This Crunch does some good neutral damage. Unfortunately, no debuff. Go into the Gastrodon, and we see the Gastrodon is the core breaker between their Clogsire and their Charger Bug. We're gonna fire off a Body Slam here. We do grab a shield. Our opponent does throw some energy here. We're gonna tank that move. Ends up only being the Sludge Bomb, so we're gonna keep on farming extra. Next, Earth Power does get used. It does grab that second shield, and since they don't have Stone Edge, we can go into our Mandibuzz, easily tank these Sludge Bombs. But it looks like their switch timer has reset, and we are going to have to face this Charger Bug. One thing to note, our Mandibuzz is running the Air Slash, so a little bit of a different variant on the fast move. You can see much more fast move pressure as opposed to Snarl, and because of that we are able to farm down and we are going to be able to win that game. So GG, Stripe on it, able to win that game with the combo of Mandibuzz and the Gastrodon. So speaking of which, that is the main core. Got the Gastrodon pair with the Mandibuzz running the Air Slash variant. Here we go. We got the Quagsire versus the Gastrodon here. This is kind of a neutral matchup. They're going to be able to fire off a move first. Mud Bomb does get used. Gets us into the low green. And then we're going to fire off this Earth Power when we have it. Earth Power does go through. No debuff, but it gets into the low red. So we can take this next move and look for the farm down if they allow us to. Okay, so we do get the farm down. They're going to come back in with their Dragonair. So we're going to switch out into the Drapion immediately. Fire off this Crunch. This should get a shield. Yep, there goes the first shield. We're going to shield as well. Ends up only being the Aqua Tail. That's fine. And okay, they switch out into the Dunsparce, and we do throw the Crunch anyways. No debuff, unfortunately, but we're trying to get to another Crunch. We do get to the Crunch right there. And this is going to apply the pressure. This is either going to get a shield or get that extremely low. We're going to come back in here with the Gastrodon here to fire off a Body Slam to chip away at the health of this Dunsparce. We throw the extra Mud Slaps so we can get it even further into the low red. Okay, we're gonna have to shield a move anyways, but unfortunately it was the draw run, but we can survive the Rock Slide right there. Luckily we did have some residual energy, and we're going to be able to get to this Dark Pulse to take out that Dragonair, and then we're going to be able to farm down the Dunsparce. So GG, Star opponent, able to win that game, closing it with the Mandibuzz, luckily taking out that Dragonair and farming down Dunsparce. Okay, we got the Gastrodon here versus the Charger Bug. Pretty good matchup again. Interesting that they're staying in. We are going to take this X-Scissor easily. Maybe they're waiting for us to use the energy. Let's find out. We elect to go for the Earth Power. Huge damage. And then we see the Swampert lurk in the back. Swampert lurking in the back is interesting. So far they've revealed Charger Bug and Swampert to kind of protect against the Charger Bug's fire weakness, I guess. And then we're going to go into the Mandibuzz, running the Air Slash, chunking away at this Swampert. They're going to be forced to use the Hydro Cannon here. We can tank that easily. Okay, they're going to expend more energy. What do we think is in the back at this point? We're going to shield here so that we have Mandibuzz and Drapion to play with. Okay, it looks like they do have the Talonflame in the back. We're going to fire off this Dark Pulse to grab a shield. And then you can see they're going to be able to get to a move here. We're going to just tank the move. Ends up being the Flame Charge, okay? We're going to switch out immediately here into the Drapion because we can get to these charge moves pretty quickly. Another Flame Charge gets used. So we know that we can probably get to 2 more Poison Stings before we have to throw the move. So far, another 2 Aqua Tails goes through, and we finally KO'd the Talonflame. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Drapion in the back, kind of outpacing that Talonflame. Probably that Talonflame was running Flame Charge and Brave Bird if I had to guess. Alright. The Decidueye here is a horrible lead. We're going to switch out into the Drapion. They switch out into the Greninja. Okay. We are going to be able to fire off a Crunch here. It's a resistant move, but you can see how fragile the Greninja is. A resistant move plus the Poison Stings, getting them into the low red already. So all we have to do here is shield once and look for the farm down. So that's, shield twice and go for the farm down. But now we have energy to throw back at this Talonflame and potential Decidueye. We grab a shield back, so that was already worth it. Here goes the second shield, so even better. So all we have to do now is get the alignment correctly. We're going to go into the Gastrodon, force out the switch out into the Decidueye, and we have the hard answer to the Decidueye with our Mandibuzz. So GG's to our opponent, able to realign the bad matchup in the beginning. So terrible lead, and then we flip the switch, and then we were able to realign the correct Pokemon. All right, here we go. We got the Shadow Hypno versus our Gastrodon. They finally switch out into the Gramble. We are going to fire up a Body Slam here to chip away or grab a shield. We do get a shield. We're going to stay in for now because we think we can just apply that pressure. Another Body Slam goes through, gets it into the low red, and we get the simultaneous KO. So that's pretty decent job by that Gastrodon. Get a shield, and we take down a Pokemon. We're going to go into the Drapion here. Ends up being the Hypno. We actually had 2 answers to this Hypno, so we weren't too worried about picking which one. So we're going to be able to fire off with Aqua Tail here. Will we get a shield? Yes. So we do get another shield. Looks like they're going to fire off a Thunder Punch, and now we generally know what moveset they're running. Probably the Shadow Ball as their second move. And then they switch out into the Shadow Venusaur, and we have the hard answer for that. We're going to have the Air Slash Mandibuzz being able to apply a lot of fast move pressure. So you can see right there, they finally realize it, and that is GG's to our opponent. So well played by us. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.